Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Sixers Play-by-Play with JJ. This is actually March Madness Play-by-Play with JJ. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. I got to change the scoreboard, but hopefully you're all doing well. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Trying to multitask again, apologize. I forgot that I didn't update that scoreboard over on the right side, but all right. We are almost ready to get underway. We have another college basketball game that we are doing tonight, and that is the North Carolina Tar Heels taking on the VCU Rams. Should be an interesting matchup between the both of those teams. There we go. All right, starting lineups are out right now, so let's get on into it, and let's talk about it. Okay, so for the Rams, okay, they got Nick Lewis playing at the guard. Brandon Jennings is at the 2. Jadrian Tracy is at the 3. Barry Evans is at the 4. And at the 5, it'll be Lazar Djokovic. And then for UNC, they got Seth Trimble as their point guard. Derek Dixon at the 2. Luka Bogovac at the 3. Jaron Stevenson at the 4. And Henri Veesar is playing over at the 5 position. All right, so let's make sure that we update this scoreboard as well as we are ready to get underway. Momentarily, the game is being casted on TNT, just in case you were wondering about that. Final score prediction, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. There's Hubert Davis, who is in his 5th season as UNC head coach. 125 wins and 53 losses, which is good enough for a 794 winning percentage. And so there's also Phil Martelli Jr., who is in his 1st season as VCU head coach. So again, the lineup for UNC, they got Trimble, Dixon, Bogovic, Stevenson, and Veesar. And for VCU, it's Lewis, Jennings, Tracy, Evans, and Djokovic. And so here we are underway. UNC is going from right to left. They're in their white and light blue uniforms with the stars going down each side of the jersey. Veesar gets the ball down low over on the block. He's looking to post up his defender, swings it back over towards the outside, and gets it down low, but Veesar is going to go up with a 2, and we have a foul called immediately as we are underway. The scoreboard's not updating for some reason. There we go. I got to re-update this again. Nice. And so here we go. This is the starting lineup for both teams. Yes, we're here. Benny's here. What's going on, Benny? Henri Veesar is over at the line, and we have some free throws coming up for him. He got fouled by Jadrian Tracy, that is. And foul shot number 2 is up and good by Veesar as well. How's my bracket looking? You know, I forgot to do it. I completely forgot to do it today, man, if you can believe that. But what's going on, Doc? Hopefully you're doing well and having yourself a very fantastic day. Yes, sir. Here's a shot that goes up for VCU. They couldn't get it. Offensive rebound, and that's going to go over to Lewis. And Lewis pulls up with a 2. Can't get that one to fall. Rebounded by North Carolina. The 55th NCAA tournament appearance for North Carolina, which is the second most all time. Here we go. And layup is up, and that's no good. We have an offensive rebound and another three-pointer that's up, and that will go on in and out. A misfire three by Luka Bogovac, and Brandon Jennings is the one who catches his miss. So again, the lineup for both teams. It's Djokovic, Evans, Lewis, Jennings, and Tracy for VCU. And for North Carolina, it's Stevenson, Veesar, Bogovac, Dixon, and Trimble. Henri is Veesar. There we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. 2-0 North Carolina, and here's a drive over to the basket. The layup is up. The layup is good. And there will be an and one opportunity. Jaron Stevenson, who got the layup, he got fouled by Djokovic. And we have an and one free throw coming on up. Dr. DeLay is unbelievable. Yeah, I forgot to do it. I got very caught up. I got caught up just getting ready for today. Jaron Stevenson's at the line, averaging 8 points per game this year, and the free throw is good by North Carolina. And again, they're 24-8. They have actually won their last 8 games. Stevenson back-to-back games with 10-plus points. And they're hoping that he can get his offense provided. Here's a three-pointer. That's no good. Seth Trimble comes away with the rebound off of the misfire three by Tracy. Back at the top of the key, launching a three-pointer. No good. That was Veesar. Couldn't get that one to go from the top of the key. Now they got to play defense over on the other side. UNC so far 1 for 4 shooting-wise from the field today. VCU has not made a field goal. They have not scored a single point in this matchup so far. Step back 2, no good. And that was Tracy who tried to go up with it. And we have a foul called. It'll be on Jaron Stevenson. And that'll stop the clock. Ring that bell, baby. Let's go. Go get this bucket. All right, 5-0. Lazar Djokovic averaging 13.5 points per game and 5.5 rebounds per game as well. He'll make the first foul shot and put VCU on the board. Djokovic, who has 2 points in this game so far, averaging 13.5 this season. As he knocks down free throw number 2. He's coming off of a game where he put up 6 points in 11 minutes, and they ended up winning 70-62, VCU, that is, against Dayton. They beat the Flyers 70-62. All right, here we go. Down low is Veesar. Veesar will give it back, and now he gets it back. Down low over on the block. Tries to school his defender and couldn't get the shot to go on in. Djokovic played a really good defense. He tried to sort of fade away and hit a turnaround floater inside. Couldn't do so. And on the other side, it's Djokovic who ends up beating Veesar on that too. And he showed him how it's done. 5-4 is the start so far. North Carolina has a 1-point lead. Here's a step-back fadeaway jumper by Dixon. That one won't fall. And Dixon on the other side tries to play defense all over Lewis, and Lewis gets fouled. So there was a fadeaway two-pointer that Dixon tried to go up with right inside the lane near the free throw line, and he just didn't angle it properly. So all of a sudden, as we have to keep updating the scoreboard. I apologize about that. It's a 5-4 game so far. North Carolina's up by 1. Got to play defense here. VCU has the ball. All eyes on Evans, who has been pretty quiet so far in this game. Evans downhill, gives it over to Djokovic, and he lays it up and lays it on in. Nobody was guarding him. Veesar just could not get a body on him, and it's now 6-5. Djokovic has scored all 6 points for VCU so far. Veesar with a 2, gets the ball stripped, and the ball goes on out of bounds, and it will be VCU basketball with 16:21 left to go. Veesar has been struggling so far in this game. A lot of times, Djokovic and also Jennings have done a very good job at just double-teaming him down low over on the block. So, Big time shot there, or a big time block there, I should say. And it's a 6-5 start for VCU. All 6 by Djokovic, who, by the way, throws an alley-oop pass that's good over to Evans. And again, nobody was guarding the pick and roll there. And now it's an 8-5 game. So all of a sudden, it's an 8-0 run by VCU. Here's a step back and a pass that goes all the way around the timeline for 3. The shot goes up by Bogovac, and he couldn't get the three-pointer to go. Here's another three-pointer. This time it's VCU. They'll airball it, and we have a timeout taken at the 15:36 marker. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a few moments. We will see you very, very shortly. Where is this? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. Here we go. We're in the first frame so far. It's an 8-5 VCU lead. Got to tell you that North Carolina was off to a good start, and then VCU just got off to a big 8-0 run, all led by one player, and that is Djokovic. He's been on fire in this game, and he's been doing a great job on the defensive side, but he's also making some big plays down low in the post. Dallas is here. Dallas says, I make a mean white sauce and cheese sauce. Ooh, that sounds really good. What's going on? How are you guys doing? Appreciate you all for being on here. Dexter is also here. What's up, Dexter? Dexter, how you doing, man? I forgot. I completely forgot. Is this the chat? Yes, this live event is over, so we can X out of this. Yes, we can X out of that. We can also X out of this too. That's great. Good stuff. And Mr. Man Created God, thanks so much for the comment, man, for the compliment. I really appreciate that. That was a lot of fun. I really had such a blast calling that. Okay, so far in this game, VCU has just really been keeping their foot on the gas pedal. And they've done a very good job at just getting guys involved. All right, so it's an 8-5 start. By the way, VCU is shooting 3 for 9 from the field, and North Carolina is 1 for 8 so far in this game. Down low, getting it and putting up a 2, and it's up and good. That is Stevenson. Excellent play call there. Veesar got the ball right at the nail and then just found Stevenson cutting right over to the basket, and that makes it now 8-7 so far. As North Carolina again goes from right to left, they can't defend on the other side. That shot is up and that shot is good to now make it an 8-7 game. That was so Jaren Stevenson got the layup off the Veesar assist, but then it was 2 points by Lazar Djokovic, and he was ending up able to hit that shot. 10-9 now is the score. VCU is up by 1 with about 14:35 left to go in this first half of play. I can't understand why this is not just automatically updating. That's a little bit frustrating. So 14 minutes left in this first half, and here's a shot that's up, and that's no good. That was Jennings who could not hit the shot there, and a rebound by North Carolina, an outlet pass that goes over to Dixon. Dixon back to Trimble, and at the top of the key now is Bogovac, who's going to loft it over to Veesar, and they're just going to swing it back and forth. Veesar downhill, hands it off over to Dixon. Dixon dishes it to the outside, and a wide-open three by Trimble, no good. And we have another whistle called, 13 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. So we saw Djokovic hit a shot, but then there was a foul called on Jaron Stevenson. We saw Terrence Hill Jr. get the rebound with 13:52 left to go. Stevenson with 5 points and 2 fouls already so far in this game. And here we go again on the other side with, let's make sure that we update this guy too. We have a steal by North Carolina. The ball got stolen away, and North Carolina comes on up with it. That was a bad turnover there by VCU. Down low is Veesar, and he puts it up and actually handed it off over to High, and that ball ended up going on in. So that was good for him. Seth Trimble ended up getting the steal, and then they were just able to capitalize. Zayden High is the one who got the layup. So it's now an 11-10 game, 13:05 left to go. Layup is no good on the other side by VCU. And here comes North Carolina again, trying to capitalize here. All right, Dixon will pass it over towards the near side, and the three-point shot won't go. VCU has numbers again on the other side, and we have a shot that's waved off, but there will be a foul called. So Barry Evans got the defensive rebound off of the misfired three by Jonathan Powell for North Carolina. Again, we got 12 minutes and 46 seconds left to be played. Now, this is updating on the iPad. It's not updating. There we go. Now it's updating over on the regular side of things. Good. 11-10, North Carolina. They lead it by 1. VCU looking to attack again on the other side. Getting the ball downhill is Bell. And he will get the ball knocked loose and stolen back by North Carolina. Let's go. Let's put this down here. Let's put this over here. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. I do apologize about that. 13-10, North Carolina nearly turned the ball over. And here's another wide open three for VCU, and they're going to tie this game up. That was a big-time shot made at the top of the far wing to tie it up 13-13. That was Terrence Hill who got the shot off. Another three. This time it's UNC. Can they get it? No, they cannot. That was Powell who misfired it, and the rebound goes all the way over to Hill Jr., who looks to attack on the other side. Layup, no good. Rebounded by High. High, downhill, over to Trimble, and Trimble's layup is no good. However, he is fouled. And they will call the foul on Michael Bell. And we are going to have a timeout taken. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few moments. All right, I will see you very, very soon. Michael Bell is going to sub out for VCU, and Lazar Djokovic is going to come on in and be his replacement. Folks, the name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Djokovic has been going off in this game so far. Give him 8 points in this one. He's been very, very good. We have some free throws coming up for North Carolina, by the way. We had a foul called just a little bit ago, and Seth Trimble's at the line. First free throw, he misses it, and he will go to the line for one more. Trimble has not scored any points in this game so far, averaging 14 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game as well. He put up 13 in his last game against Clemson, and then 10 against Duke. And the free throw to give North Carolina the lead, that is good. Here's Lewis again, handing it off over to Hill at the top of the key, as again, VCU is going from left to right, and North Carolina going from right to left. North Carolina just 1 for 5 from their threes today. And again, it's Lewis at the top of the key being heavily guarded by Young. And Lewis gets on by Young, beats him right to the cup, and the layup is good, and we ride the seesaw again. VCU up 15-14. I mean, Young just could not stay in front of him. And with the ball is now Dixon, and Dixon gets the ball knocked loose off of his right knee, and it'll be a turnover again. Henri Veesar is going to sub on in for North Carolina. They have a couple of changes. Zayden High is going to sub on out. Derek Dixon got the ball slapped on his knee as the ball ended up going on out of bounds. So Veesar's back in, just 4 points so far for him, 1 rebound and 1 assist. With the Rock dishing it from near wing to far wing as Lewis over to Tracy. He misfired the 2. Derek Dixon couldn't hit the shot. And now here's a three-pointer. That's up, and that's good by North Carolina. The Tar Heels take the lead. Dixon ended up taking it and making it on the second try. Excuse me. So now it's 17-15. On the other side, getting the rock downhill is Terrence Hill Jr., and then he just put up a 3, misfired it, offensive rebound, and on the second try, a good shot made by Terrence Hill Jr. So he got it on the first try, no, and on the second try, it was definitely a big yes. 9:55 left to go. VCU has the lead, and Tyrell Ward is going to foul North Carolina with about 9 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. There was a foul called, and we have to see who that was. But Michael Bell is going to sub on in for VCU. So it's Veesar, Bogovac, Dixon, Trimble, Powell, all in there for North Carolina. And VCU has Djokovic, Lewis, Tracy, Bell, and Hill Jr. as their starting 5. Veesar takes it over to Powell, and we have a 2 that's good. That was Luka Bogovac who ended up making the 2 off the little dribble handoff to him. And now it's 19-18, Tar Heels up top. 9:20 left to go. VCU trying to attack on the other side, and not good there. That was a terrible 2 by Lazar Djokovic. Veesar got the rebound. Dixon another 3. Got it to go! Tarek Dixon from way downtown has been a scoring machine so far for North Carolina. 9:01 left to be played. Barry Evans is going to sub on in for VCU. I mean, just look at that again. Just the concentration that he had, just shooting that 3 and knocking it down was absolutely clutch. And a big-time shot there by Dixon. So he's now 2 for 3 shooting-wise today. And he's made 2 threes from downtown. Got to start attacking the rim. Let's go. Let's go. On the road to 9,000. Let's go. Here we go. 22-18. Carolina North Carolina Tar Heels up top, and here's a shot that's no good. VCU grabs the offensive rebound, but it gets stripped, and it gets stolen by Bogovac on the other side. Her layup is up. That one is good. Nice play there to make it now 24-18. It was Seth Trimble who was able to get the layup. 8:34 left to go in the first half, and we have another timeout taken on the courts. Let's go. This is our best lineup, in my opinion, without Caleb. Definitely. So Trimble ends up making a big-time shot. Got the layup to fall. Kyan Evans is actually the one who ended up getting the steal. I apologize about that. But even still, that's big. 6-point lead for the Tar Heels. On our way to 9K, baby. On our way to 9K. You're the best person in the world, says Benny. Benny, I appreciate you. I do. I really appreciate you. And again, folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Oh, man. Yes, yes, yes. This is so good. I'm happy to see you guys on here. I really, really am. I apologize about the TV. I apologize about the feed here. There's not really much that I can do. But again, we had an official TV timeout called with 8:14 left to go. I keep having to refresh it. It doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. It really doesn't. So it's a 24-18 game. And in case you're wondering, by the way, the Tar Heels are 2 for 8 from 3. Actually, both teams are 2 for 8 so far in this game. But really the difference of this game has just been that the Tar Heels just haven't turned the ball over as much. 1 turnover for them. VCU has turned the ball over twice. But other than that, North Carolina is just making a couple more field goals. They are 9 for 21 from the field. And VCU so far 7 for 22. So they've been outdoing them from the field. They're shooting 43%, while VCU is only shooting 32%. That's been the difference of this game. It really has. So there was a TV timeout taken with 8:34 left to go. You know, I have to do the research on this, but how come with these March Madness games they have TV timeouts and in the NBA they don't? I guess, is it because of more sponsorships, more ads? I don't know. I'd have to actually do my research on that. I really, really would. Okay, so we are back into the swing of things. North Carolina, here's their lineup so far today. Or here's their lineup that they have in there now. It's Veesar, Bogovac, Trimble, Powell, and Evans. And for VCU, they got Evans, Jennings, Tracy, Bell, and Hill Jr. So we have Bell on offense looking to dump it off, and he tried to give it over to Tracy. And Tracy ends up going downhill with it. He's being heavily guarded by Veesar. Tracy with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Veesar backs him up. He has to pass it again over to Jennings, and Jennings' 2 is no good, but he's fouled. I believe he got fouled. Nope, they're going to say it was a shot clock turnover. So it was just a clean play. And 24-18, that's the 3rd turnover by VCU. The ball ended up going down low in the paint, and they forced him to take a very tough shot there. And it ended up not working out in their favor. 8 minutes left to go. Downhill is Evans. Evans looking to pass it over towards the outside. Gives it over to Trimble. Trimble in the catch-and-shoot 3 by Powell. No good. And the rebound is going to go on out of bounds. Last touch by Veesar. Veesar got boxed out there by Hill Jr. over on that left baseline. And the ball ended up going out of bounds, and we have another TV timeout taken with 7:43 left to go here in the first half. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. They have TV timeouts in the NBA, don't they? No, I thought that they had media timeouts in the NBA under 8 and 4, I thought. Wow, no poll. Let me guess. Everyone for NC. No poll? We do have a poll. We have a poll. Don't we have a poll up? I'm pretty sure I posted the poll. Yeah, there's a poll. You must have missed it. I said, who are you polling for tonight? And 81% of you have said Tar Heels so far. And then 19% of you have said the Rams. So that's the poll. You must have missed it. Or it didn't show up or whatever. But no, there was a poll. It was like, wait, I thought I did a poll. Of course I did. College, it's 12, 8, and 4. I know in the G League they have TV timeouts. Because I remember I was a timeout coordinator. But in the NBA, I don't think they have like TV timeouts that they take. NBA TV timeouts are mandatory commercial breaks that occur twice per quarter, typically at the first dead ball under the 7-minute and 3-minute marker. These breaks last 2 minutes and 45 seconds for local games and 3:15 for national broadcasts. But they don't, you know what it is? On ESPN, when they do the play-by-plays, they don't say TV timeout. They'll say it's Sixers timeout, or they'll say it's whoever their opponent's timeout. So they don't list it as like a media timeout. It's like, okay, the Sixers are taking the timeout here. So that's what it is. That's why it's confusing. No wonder why. Right. They don't say it. That's right. That's why I get confused with it. All right. 24-18 is the score. So we did have an official TV timeout taken just now. North Carolina up by 6. Again, they've put up 12 points in the paint so far, all led by Dixon, who has 6 points, and he is 2 for 3 from the field. He hasn't actually put up any points in the paint. His 2 shots that he's made have been from 3, but that's who has been leading their offense, I should say. So he's been very strong so far. Other guy that really has been struggling today, even though he does have 2 rebounds and 2 assists, that's Seth Trimble, the senior from Menomonee Falls, Wisconsin, averaging 14 points per game and 3.6 rebounds per game as well. He is shooting 47% from the field. So again, 24-18 with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left to go here in this opening half so far. I don't know why this just stopped charging. That's a little bit odd. Let's try to put it this way and see if it'll charge now. Okay, 7:40 left to go in this first half of play. VCU has the ball as they again move over from left to right. It's Bell who's going to dump it off over to Hill Jr., and Hill Jr. is going to hand it off again over to Evans. Evans back over to Djokovic. And another dribble handoff. That goes over to Jennings, who takes it down low over on the block, and that was nearly thrown away, but there is a foul called, and the foul is going to be called on North Carolina. We do have a couple of substitutions. Jonathan Powell is going to sub on out, and Zayden High will come back on in for the Tar Heels. The foul, by the way, was called on Trimble, and he has to be careful. That's actually only his first personal foul. I thought he had a foul before that. My mistake. 7:18 left to go in this first half of play. And it's Bell driving downhill, looking for some help, and gives it back outside. A wide open 3 by Evans, and he couldn't knock it down for VCU. Rebound by North Carolina. High gets the hot potato, and now has to try to hand it off to somebody, and he does. He'll give it back over to Trimble. Trimble back to Veesar. And Veesar looks to get it downhill over on the block, and he'll connect on the little baby floater down the lane. Henri Veesar off the nice assist by Luka Bogovac, that is, to make it now 26-18. North Carolina does have 6 apples today. VCU with just 3 so far. 26-18 is the score. At the top of the key is Jennings, who tries to go with a baby floater inside. That was excellent defense, by the way, by Trimble. Just extraordinary offense because he had two hands in his face. As he was trying to guard him from putting a runner up, he just made a ridiculous shot. North Carolina has it back. It's Veesar over on the post. Veesar trying to back down his defender. Double team comes. Will swing it towards the outside. And getting it back is Evans. Evans to High at the top of the key. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. High to Trimble. Trimble back over to another three-point shot. And that one is no good. And that was Bogovac who missed the tray. Another shot that goes up. That one won't go. North Carolina has numbers on the other side. It's Trimble trying to do the dirty work downhill. Now has to pass it and gives it back over to Bogovac, who goes down the lane. Right-handed floater again is good. Tell you what, he's been starting to make some nice plays. 4 points for Bogovac and 3 rebounds and 1 assist as well for him. 28-20, Tar Heels on top with 5:15 left to go in this first half of play. Another layup. That time it'll be no good. It was by Djokovic, and he is fouled. So Djokovic will have to head on over to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. Lazar Djokovic, the 6'11", 235-pound monster, is going to go to the line. Veesar got called for another foul. That's his second of the day. And the first free throw is misfired. It's no good. 7-3, okay, right. They don't claim it as media. Correct. Man. I hear you. I hear you, man. 5:12 left to go. Free throw number 2 is good, and that'll make it back to a 7-point game. Oh, boy. Veesar, Bogovac, Dixon, Trimble, and High all out there for North Carolina. With the rock is Dixon. They do another dump-off pass, and that goes to Bogovac at the top of the key. Bogovac over to Dixon again. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Dixon steps back, lets it fly. His three-point shot is just off the mark. It hit off the front side of the rim, and the ball ended up being pinballed out of bounds. Last touch by North Carolina, and it'll be VCU basketball. They're down by 7 points in this game. Djokovic is 3 for 5 from the field and 3 for 4 from the line in this game. They have got to find a way, North Carolina, to try to stop this guy. He's been doing pretty well in this first half of play. He really has. All right, 4:51 left to go in this first half. And again, it's a 7-point lead for North Carolina. They have fouled 6 times. VCU has fouled 4. North Carolina will actually get the ball back, and they will inbound it from their own baseline. And the ball goes to Veesar, who dumps it back off over to Dixon, and Dixon hands it off over to Bogovac for a layup. It was heavily contested. He couldn't get it to fall on the left side of the lane. 1 field goal in the last 8 possessions for VCU. And it's Djokovic who does a little jab step, tried to do a little pump fake, handed it off over to Bell, and Bell's looking to pass it. The ball gets intercepted by Trimble, and he takes it coast to coast and is able to dunk it on in. 30-21, Tar Heels. What a nice pick by Seth Trimble. He knew exactly where that pass was going to go to, and he was able to track it down with ease. 30-21. Here's a three-pointer by VCU. They cannot buy a bucket. Tar Heels defense has been strong, and they look to capitalize again on the offensive side. Trimble working his way towards the top of the key. Now drives it downhill from the foul line all the way to the lane. No. Veesar rebound and a jam. 32-21. Veesar now with 8 points and 5 rebounds. Able to turn the loose change into gold. 18 points now in the paint for North Carolina. Here's a three-point shot by VCU. That one is way off the mark. High got the miss. He corralled the rebound. And back with the ball is Dixon again. Dixon towards the right side, and we We'll have a handoff that goes from Dixon to Trimble. They play a little two-man game, and Trimble is the one who gets fouled. Another TV timeout with 3:10 left to go. Excellent run there made by North Carolina. They're able to get their offense going, and they lead it by 11 points with 3:10 remaining in the first half. Props, JJ, on doing your homework and knowing all these players' names. I appreciate it, man. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still learning as I go, but this is all about getting the reps. It really is. It helps having the monitors. We're doing everything the best to our knowledge, but we're also just having fun. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Caleb Wilson is out right now. He was the Tar Heels' leading scorer. Injuries definitely happen. 1,000%, man. Let's go. I know long ball just seems way less than the NBA, and usually not as strange. Soreness or tightness. Got to be some more severe, frustration on the Sixers. No, Joe, I totally hear you about the 76ers. I mean, there's definitely a lot of frustration even on my end. I mean, I completely get it, man. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this is why we're doing March Madness. Really, this is like one of the main reasons why we're doing it, because trying to get the spirits up, trying to cover some more things. Hopefully Joel Embiid comes back soon. But, you know, when they're on next week, we'll be back doing them. No doubt about it. It's definitely frustrating looking at my Braves. I'm barely hanging on. Why do you think he said the other day, man, you guys are tempting me? Vintage Michael is here. Go North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm a 12-year-old fan. We got to win this game. Let's go, baby. Vintage Michael, you are the man. You are the man. High five, baby. Yes, yes, yes. 32-21, Tar Heels on top by 11 points. Shout out to my guy. Longbow says it's very tempting. He's like, don't tempt me, JJ. 32-21, Tar Heels on top. They lead it by 11 points. Game's being played out in Greenville, South Carolina, of course. There's Phil Martelli Sr. And then Phil Martelli Jr. and his brother, I believe, was over on the left side of the picture that they just showed us. 32-21 is the score. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. Seth Trimble is going to sub on in for North Carolina. We did have Zayden High come on out of the game right now as we speak. All right, 3:05 left to go. Let's see what North Carolina drew out of this timeout here. It's Dixon at the top of the key. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Goes down the lane, hands it off to Veesar. And Veesar with a really tough basket. He was right down low over on the right side of the baseline. He had a hand in his face from Djokovic, and yet still angled it perfectly. 34-21. They lead it by a baker's dozen. How about one field goal, 3 turnovers in the last 12 possessions, making now 4 turnovers as here come the Tar Heels, and going down with a flush is Dixon. That was actually Trimble. Dixon got the steal, and then it was Trimble who just was able to lay it down with both hands. It's a 19-3 run by the Tar Heels over the last 7 minutes and 10 seconds of play. Here's a 3 by VCU. That's good. That's Terrence Hill Jr. This guy is a very good three-point sniper. He's been kept in check, though, throughout most of this game. And if you're North Carolina, you just do not want to poke the bear. Speaking of bear, well, Bogovac is looking to try to give it up over to Veesar. who's been red hot in this second part of the first half so far. Bogovac down the lane, looks to zip it over towards the outside. Bogovac then gets it downhill, puts up a floater inside. No, and they didn't call a foul there. Surprise. It looked like that he got pushed and shoved to the ground. Refs did not call it, and he has to get back up and go back over on defense. Took him a little bit of time to do that, and North Carolina is going to foul. And we have a stoppage in play. That's on Seth Trimble for fouling Evans for VCU. So Barry Evans only averaging 7 points per game this year with 5 rebounds, and he is shooting 44.5% from the field. We do have some free throws coming up. This will be Terrence Hill Jr., who ends up getting fouled. It's a 1-on-1 situation, and he misses the free throw, and there's a rebound by Powell for North Carolina, and he is with the rock right now. Dixon has it at the logo, steps back at the top of the key. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Veesar comes away with a screen, gets rewarded downhill, looks to pass it outside over to Powell, and Powell goes down the lane, lost control of the ball, but it'll stay here, says the referee, with exactly 6 seconds left on the shot clock and 1:03 left to go here in half number 1. G-Minutes, thanks so much for the sub, or for the raid over on Twitch. I appreciate it, man. I really, really do. 1:03 left to go in this first half of play. And North Carolina not getting the ball just yet from the referee. And it'll be Young, or Dixon that is, who's going to pass it inside. Dixon with the inbound pass, and that goes on over to a three-point shot, and Henri Veesar, and that's good! Henri Veesar's on fire! That was on the near corner, too. There's a foul called on Jaden Young over on the other side. Lewis just got stripped and also got swiped on over on that right shoulder. 46.5 seconds left to go, and we have more free throws coming up. This will be Nike Lewis, who's at the line. Out of Washington, D.C., that's where he was born, averaging 8.7 points per game, makes the first free throw. It was another one of those one-and-one situations. He's coming off of a season high of 17 points and 11 rebounds that he had, and that was against the Dayton Flyers. The second free throw is good, and that cuts it back to a 39-26 lead with 45 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. It's Dixon. All eyes on him. Looks to dump it off over towards the near side. Bogovac gets it. Bogovac layup inside. No. And it's going to be taken away by Djokovic as he gets the rebound. 23 seconds left to go. About half a second differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. 4 blocks by VCU. And North Carolina has not recorded one in this game, if you can believe that. 10 seconds left to go on the game clock as Lewis has the ball and now hands it off over to Hill Jr. Hill goes down the lane, finds a big opening, and makes the layup. And here's a three-quarters court shot. That's no good. End of the first half. Taking the heater was Powell. And we're going to go into halftime. It is 39-28. Tar Heels are on top. So the main takeaway from that first half is that Henri Veesar got off to a cold start, but then he started to fire up threes, and he was also making his shots down low on the baseline. Made it tougher. There we go. It's good. JJ Shush, you've been going all day. We've been going all day, and we got one more after this. I have chicken and mashed potatoes. You want cauliflower or peas? Oh, dude. I love me some cauliflower. I love me some peas. I will take cauliflower. I will take cauliflower. I really, really will. But yes. Okay, so real quick, chat. main takeaway today so far between this Tar Heels and Rams teams. Tell you what, North Carolina's doing a really good job just taking care of the basketball. They're playing their own game. It sort of was not. They were a little bit cold to start off the game, I noticed. But really, I mean, both teams aren't necessarily shooting the ball well from three. They're shooting 25% from downtown. But the main difference of this game has just been the amount of points in the paint, especially from Veesar. It's been really good down low on the block, trying to establish his footwork. I also think that he's taken his time a little bit more, and they're also not just giving him the ball, but they're making other guys beat them downhill too. So like Seth Trimble is getting some sneaky steals, and then he's just on these fast breaks. He's hitting these layups, and he's also drawing some contact as well. I think that that's really been helping them. I was surprised, too, that Zayden High only played 7 minutes in that first half. He did have 4 points, but they kept Jonathan Powell out there for a while. He played in 10 minutes and did not even score any points. He was 0 for 3 from the field. Kyan Evans got a little bit of playing time. Jaden Young also played for a little bit, too. But their bench really just only has 4 points. The one thing, though, that I give VCU a lot of credit for is the way that they have involved Terrence Hill Jr. in the game. Now, he's been the only guy coming off their bench that has actually scored for them. He has 11 points in 17 minutes, and he's made 3 of his 4 threes. He's actually made all 3 threes for VCU, and that's why they're only down by 11. Everybody else combined in this game is 0 for 8. I mean, it's really bad. Lazar Djokovic started off strong. He scored the first 6 points for VCU. And I think that Veesar has done a much better job at just boxing him out, making it a little bit tougher for him to also just get some daylight, get some breathing room, that type of a thing. But they've been doing a much better job capitalizing against him. But other than that, really not much other contributions in this game from guys like Nike Lewis, Barry Evans, and even Brandon Jennings. So North Carolina's defense definitely deserves a lot of credit because they've been causing some turnovers, and they've also just made it really tough in that second part of the first half for VCU to just be able to get comfortable shots. The shot selections just have not been good, and they're really not giving them any sort of wide-open looks, which has been sort of a big thing for their defense, and that's something that I definitely take away from this first half for sure. We will talk about other scores in just a few seconds, but what would be one word that you would use to describe this game so far? Jaron Stevenson is playing pretty well. He had 5 points, and he was 2 for 3 shooting-wise from the field in 6 minutes of play. And besides Veesar, I've been very impressed with Seth Trimble and even Derek Dixon with those 2 back-to-back threes that he made within the span of 35 seconds. That was pretty awesome as well. So those are just my thoughts so far on this game. Taking a look at some more team stats. Besides three-point shooting, North Carolina just has 1 more rebound compared to VCU. They're winning the rebounding battle 20-19. The assists have been North Carolina has 4 more assists than they do. They're up 9-5 in that category. VCU does have 4 blocks in this game, but give North Carolina credit, though, because they've been playing really good on the fast break. We saw a couple of nice steals from Trimble and some good picks that he was able to provide, and I feel like that has really just been the difference of this game so far, is just the on-ball defense that North Carolina has been able to provide and the amount of interceptions that they've had just on these quick passes from VCU. So I got to tip my cap there. I really do. But yeah, how would you describe that first half? How do you guys feel about this game so far? I'm waiting on JJ to tell Dallas peas so I can come steal some from him. Shh. I don't want the peas. Wink, wink. Man, oh man. The main difference is I have 20 on the Rams, says Joe. You have 20 on the Rams and you get nothing if you lose. That's the difference. How much do you get if you win? That's my question. All right, other scores around March Madness. Right now, we got Michigan up 16-9. That game still has 12:54 left to go in the first half. Texas is up 15-12. And that game is against BYU. That's with 14:16 to go in the first half of that game. And Texas A&M is also beating St. Mary's, and they are up 9-5 with 14:52 left to go. We started to play Carolina basketball in the last 10 minutes. Got to keep that up in the second half. One word to describe the first half is decent from a Tar Heels perspective. And I would agree with you. I really would. I feel like in that the first part of that half, guys, I've noticed that VCU, I think, did a good job at causing North Carolina to be a little bit out of sorts. Veesar was getting double-teamed at times, and for some reason, towards the second part of that second half, I didn't necessarily see that as much, and he started to go off a little bit more. And that's just what I saw with my two eyes. But that can obviously change, and I'm curious if VCU decides to double-team him again, who else is going to step up? Is Dixon going to be able to take the shots away from Veesar when he's getting double-teamed? Can he capitalize? Can he score? Same thing with Trimble, right? You really just have to see who else is going to, be there and be the Robin, if you will, to Veesar. So, all right, with that, I'm going to take a very quick step off. I had a stretch. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. again, thank you all so much for being on here. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the bell icons too, just in case you wanted to know. Michigan is up 26 to 20. They're playing Howard, and so far in that game, Gillius does have 6 points. Taylor, the third, has 5 in that game as well. How about Gale Jr.? That is Roddy Gale Jr., who has been very strong in this game. 4 for 4 from the field. He has 9 points in that game so far for the Wolverines. So that's a 26 to 20 score there. BYU is playing against the Texas Longhorns. That's a 21 to 20 game over there. AJ DeBonsta, who we had to cover a little bit earlier this season, has 10 points, and he is 4 for 5 shooting-wise from the field with 1 rebound in that game for BYU. As far as Texas A&M goes, they're down 13. They're actually winning the Aggies 13 to 10 against St. Mary's, and that is Rashawn Aggie, who has 7 points for Texas A&M, leading the way for the Aggies, and they lead at 14 to 10. So those are all the games on right now, and of course the one that we're covering, that is the North Carolina Tar Heels VCU Rams game. Later tonight, we will be covering the other side of this part of the bracket, and that'll be Pennsylvania taking on Illinois. That game will begin at 9:25 p.m. Eastern Time. That's our final game that we'll be doing tonight. Other games that are also occurring later, you got SLU against UGA. That game will be at 9:55. And then it'll be Kennesaw State. The Owls are taking on the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and that will be at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Idaho also plays against Houston, and that game will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So those are all the games that are coming on up. After this, we got Penn taking on Illinois, and we'll be on for that game. That game will be at 9:25. What's up, Scott? Jason Tatum, says Benny. Hey, man, JT, JB, I actually was, I commented something yesterday on someone's channel. I made a super chat to them. I was like, JT and JB are a great duo, but JJ always comes in clutch, especially when he donates to your channel. That was my super chat that I gave. The person liked that. He thought that was really funny. And I like to give back whenever I can to other content creators, to other people that are on here. You know, it's people work really, really hard. I mean, they really do. They give it their all. But we just have fun. At the end of the day, this is not work, guys. Like, I'm very lucky that I'm able to do this. And again, are we doing, you know, did we make spotting charts? No. We're just having fun. That's really all this is. Obviously, if I did this for, like, another network, or if I was told, you know, usually, like, you get told, like, a couple of days in advance that you're going to be doing this game, I would have put more time into prepping for that, for sure, and I wouldn't have streamed as much as I have done. But this is a different ball game, you know? So I'm going to screw up a little bit more, but that's totally okay with me. And at the bottom line, this chat, is that I continue to say this, is I have something in my eye, and I apologize about that. I'm just having fun. I'm just having a blast streaming. I love putting on the headsets. I love it when you guys are just active in the chat. You guys are just talking, or if you're just listening to this in the background. It's just really cool. I mean, like, how many people can say that they enjoy doing what they do, you know? It's really hard, and I do not take that for granted. I really don't. With that, let's take a sip of water together. That ice water is great. Jason like Jason Tatum. Jason spells his with a Y. My parents were going to put a Y in my name, but then my sister was like, And I actually like it better without the Y. Because if you actually know, the other thing that I tell people is this. Okay. So, chat, you want to know a trick? You take the first letter of July. You take the first letter of August. The first letter of September, the first letter of October, and the first letter of November. What does that spell? There you have it. So, those are the months of the year, and that spells my name. BS, just because you love it doesn't mean it's not work, JJ. You had to go through a lot to get here. If that's not work, then nothing is. Honestly, Joe, you bring up a good point, right? Because, yeah, I had to work to get here. But as far as, like, being on stream, like, I don't see this part as work. Like, I see making the thumbnails. I see, like, operating the equipment. Like, I see that as work, and those are some things that I don't necessarily prefer to do. But just being able to talk, just being able to, like, call these games and interact with you guys, no, that's not work to me. That's just like me and my real house having fun. Joseph says Jesus. Yeah, it spells that's for sure. But no, you bring up a good point. Like, there's definitely parts of this that obviously, I prefer not to do it. I mean, I don't necessarily like making YouTube shorts. Like, that part to me is work. And making the thumbnails and making the hashtags. But I'm talking specifically about just calling the game, period. Like, doing this, talking to you, looking at the TV, calling the game. That, to me, is not work. That's just me doing something that I really love, you know? But that's a good point, man. That's a very good point. Let's go back to this. There we go. But yeah, that spells Jason. I will tell you this. Halftime is so much longer. Okay, then you have a normal job, some work, some fun. I totally get you. Yeah, for sure. Like, making all these thumbnails, I gotta spend some more time doing that tonight. I don't even think I'm gonna have time to make any shorts, dude. That's a little bit different, you know? But it is what it is. All right, we start off the second half, baby. It's time to start off half number 2. North Carolina 48-1 in the tournament with a 10-plus point lead. They've only lost one game when they've led by 10, if you can believe that. Here's a step-back three-point shot. In and out it goes. The rebound is going to go to Dixon. Dixon gives it back over to Trimble. Trimble will catch, or will give it up to Veesar, and his three-point shot is no good. So North Carolina is going from left to right, and VCU, who has the ball now, is going from right to left. Another misfired three-pointer. That's no good. The rebound goes to Veesar, and he finds a cutting Stevenson who goes downhill. The ball ended up getting deflected, and it'll go on out of bounds. 39-28. How about 22 points in the paint for North Carolina? The Tar Heels playing their style of basketball, and it's been working out very, very well. Veesar with a handoff that goes to Bogovac. They have a little pick-and-roll game going on. Bogovac steps back, though, hits a foul line. Jay, nice shot by Bogovac. He got it to go. So Luka's doing his job, and it's now 41-28. Luka made a nice shot there. 18:50 left to go in this second half of play. With the rock is Brandon Jennings, who drives it downhill, tries to kiss it off the window with the left hand, and he does. He went to his offhand there, and it most certainly did work. North Carolina did a good job putting Stevenson on him, but that was just better offense by Brandon Jennings. And now he has to play defense all over Dixon. Dixon with the feed downstairs to Veesar, and he is fouled. The ball got stripped on out of his hands, and it ended up going on out of bounds. The impressive thing is that you've seen a lot of times Dixon will get the ball, and with the way that he's just been able to pass it to his teammates, you say to yourself when you're watching it, like, how did he do that? How did that play happen? Veesar is at the line, and he connects for his 14th point of the game. He's now 5 for 9 from the field with 5 rebounds, and now has himself 16 points, or 15 points, that is. He's 5 for 10, and he just made 2 free throws. Okay, so Tracy going downhill, swings it over towards the outside, gives it back over to Djokovic, and Djokovic got a little bit wild with the layup there. Excellent defense by Veesar, and with it is now Trimble. Trimble back to Veesar downhill over on the block, looked to hand it off, and it went into no man's land. He has to go pick up the ball, and he does. And instead, we'll just have to pass it over to Dixon. Dixon goes down the lane, hands it off, and we have a 2-pointer that's good, and an and-one opportunity. Gosh, and that'll make it now 45-30. Who hit the shot there? That was a big-time play. That was Henri Veesar. Henri Veesar again just gets the ball downstairs. This guy's averaging 16.7 points per game, and right now he is 17 in this one tonight. Veesar stares at the rim, takes 2 dribbles, and the free throw, in and out it goes. At the front of the rim, the back of the rim, the front of the rim again, and then no rim at all whatsoever. 45-30, North Carolina up by 15 points. Downhill, getting the ball is Hill Jr., and he'll give it back over to Evans. Evans over on the near side to Hill Jr. again. He swings it towards the outside, gives it back to Jennings. Jennings with a left-handed floater off the glass. No, and Veesar is going to hug the basketball. Veesar with a hug, giving it back over to Dixon. Good ball movement again by North Carolina. Euro step inside by Veesar. It gets blocked, but North Carolina keeps the possession alive. And as the ball just gets stripped out of the hands of Bogovac, we have another foul called with 10 minutes left to go exactly. The foul, I believe, was on Evans. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We have a review coming up here. This will be an official review. Let's see if this is who touched it last. VCU down by 15 points. It's 45-30 North Carolina so far. The shot clock did not reset. Have to make sure that it didn't hit the rim. So the shot clock should have reset, and that was what the problem was. Because the ball did end up hitting the rim. So 17:08 left to go in this second half of the game. 16 on the shot clock. And the inbound pass goes back over to Dixon again. Dixon finds a wide open man downhill. That's Stevenson. He hits the 2. And he'll go to the line for one more. What a nice play there. Stevenson got the pass and was just able to hit the reverse layup, and he looked back right over at his teammate and was like, thank you very much for that. 17 minutes and 1 second left to go in this second half of play. What a nice shot by Jaron Stevenson from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And the free throw, he'll convert on the end one. This is North Carolina's largest lead that they have had tonight. They lead it by 18 points, and they are just pouring it on against this VCU team. It's a 9-2 run. Here's a catch-and-shoot three. That's up. That's good. And Hill Jr., who made the three, got fouled as well right by Bogovac on the closeout. It was Hill who just tried to make that shot, and he did. He had a hand in his face and was able to make it on that closeout. So here is a big swing as the 4-point play is good by VCU. It's now 48-34. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Neil is here, and for those who don't know, he was born in August, JJ, that is correct. Let's go. 16:35 left to go in this second half of play. Let's go, baby. Downhill is Dixon. He swings the hot potato around the timeline. Ball finds a wide open shooter. That's a three by Trimble. It's good. That was a beautiful play made by North Carolina. They were just swinging the hot potato around the timeline. The ball found a wide open shooter, and now it's 51-34. Here's a three by VCU. They capitalize on the other side. Big time shot there by them, and downhill getting it over on the near side is Ward, or Stevenson, that is. Stevenson couldn't hit the layup. The ball is going to be deflected all the way over towards the half-court line. Veesar chases it down and dumps it back off over to Trimble again. Trimble gives it over to Dixon. His left elbow jump shot. Close, but not quite there. 15:35 left to go. VCU with another three-pointer. That one was misfired by Jennings, and Veesar corrals his 7th board of the game. North Carolina's just 1 for 2 from downtown in this half so far. VCU is 3 for 8. Veesar going to work. Zips it towards the outside. Another three. That's by Dixon, and it's good. A corner J from way downtown, and Veesar gets his 4th assist of the game. Here's another steal. It comes from Dixon. He goes coast to coast and ends up hitting it off over to Trimble out in transition, making it 56-37. It's been all Tar Heels in this second half. Good ball movement, great transition defense, and Trimble able to rock the rim. Timeout taken by the Tar Heels. This is actually an official TV timeout taken. There we go. That's better. They're playing really well, the Tar Heels, in this second half. VCU is just getting outmatched here. They're showing why the Tar Heels, that is, why they are the better team. They've outscored them 17-9 in this second half so far. Not taking the opportunities you have, VCU. You're never going to win like that. And the other thing, too, is just listen to the ball movement. Listen to the boom, boom, boom passes. I mean, again, like, Veesar is just in takeover mode now. I can't necessarily understand why they went away from double-teaming him. But give them credit because they're being very quick with their ball movement. And North Carolina is just getting everywhere that they want to on the court. A lot of props over to Hubert Davis, who's just been very good at just drawing up plays. Like, he's been very decisive with his decision-making and with the way that he's been able to operate at the head of the helm, calling these plays. So that's been a very good sign for them. Hill Jr. has been still going off for them. The VCU Rams, he's like their only guy that has hit threes in this game. And he's technically, I know that it's a 19-point game, but if it weren't for him, they'd be getting blown out by about 35. Just ridiculous. Oh, boy. Yes, that's better. Still got one more game after this, chat. Still got one more game to go after this. And then we get to hit the hay. Our ball movement is even better with Caleb. It's our style of play, defense, and ball movement. Get the open look. And guess what? You're going to knock it down. You leave Trimble wide open, bang. You leave Dixon wide open, bang. You leave Bogovac wide open, bang, bang. No, I'm kidding. But, you get it. You get what I'm trying to say. So here we go. Djokovic, Jennings, Bell, Hill Jr., and Ward are the 5 for VCU. And for North Carolina, they got Stevenson, Veesar, Bogovac, Dixon, and Trimble. Here we go. It's 56-37, 14:35 left to go. A misfire 2. That was a opportunity again by VCU. And with the rock is Dixon looking to pass the hot potato around. Gives it back over to Trimble. And Trimble looking to pass it again. And there's a 3-point shot. That's no good. That was by Bogovac. Couldn't hit it that time. And VCU looks to capitalize on the other side. A reverse layup, not that time. Excellent defense by the Tar Heels. They got back. They got to their spots. Another 3 by North Carolina. By Trimble, no. Trimble was out in transition. He fired it just a bit too quickly. His footing looked a little bit off there. And so, again, they got to play defense as VCU goes from right to left. Here's a wide-open 3. That's up, and that is good to make it 56-40. Lazar Djokovic with his 10th, 11th, and 12th points all on that shot. And he was able to knock it down. All right, Luka looks to get the rock here, tries to go down Broadway. Layup is up, and he got it. The concentration that Luka had to just lay it up and in with 2 defenders on him. I am shocked that he dribbled into that double coverage there, but he was confident that he was going to make it, and he most certainly did. 58-40, North Carolina up by 18 points. And Bell looks to dish it outside. Djokovic again for another 3, and they can't leave him wide open. He's starting to heat up. He really is. Djokovic now with 15 points, and he's made the last 2 threes that he has attempted on the last 2 possessions from VCU offensively. Veesar downhill on the block, looking to take on Djokovic. Now he has to pass it back, and Luka puts up a 3. No! And the ball gets tipped out of the hands of Veesar, but it'll be North Carolina ball as Trimble gets it back. Trimble to Dixon. Dixon will pass it. Veesar for 3. He shows him how it's done! 61-43. Henri Veesar, 20 points, 7 boards, and 3 dimes in this game. The 9th game of the season for Henry with 20-plus points. And so it's an 18-point lead. There's a step-back fadeaway, too, and that's up and in. What a shot by Terrence Hill Jr. The man just pulled up from 8 feet, and he was in the lane, and he just stepped back, and he's like, I got you. And he did. That was a big shot by VCU there. The Rams definitely needed that. Dixon going down the lane, dribbles through traffic, nearly got it intercepted, has to pass it back over to Bogovac. Bogovac to Veesar at the foul line, spins, turns, puts up a tough 2. That one won't go. Excellent defense by VCU. Running down the lane with a head of steam. That is Bell, and Bell is going to get fouled with exactly 11:30 left to go. Big time shot there by him. I don't know why this is not working on the iPad. But gosh, 61-47, 11:30 left to go. We got another TV timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Chat, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and make sure that you guys turn on the bell icons, too, and that way you will know when we do go live. We got 8 people tapping on in. You guys are the absolute best. I really appreciate you guys very, very much. We got 46 people tuning on in, and we got 32 likes. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. 61-47. Tar Heels on top. They lead it by 14 points. There's Roy Williams, North Carolina head coach from 2003 to 2021, won 3 national titles, and he is watching the game. That's pretty cool. Good to see him over there. So we have some free throws coming on up. And Barry Evans is going to come on in. Michael Bell is going to be at the line. 2 points for him today. He's been kept in check. Michael Bell, that is. So he has 5 rebounds and 1 assist. This guy is averaging 7.5 points per game. He's from London, England. Also putting up 5 rebounds per game as well. 11:30 left to go here in this second half. And it's a 1-on-1 situation, and the foul shot is no good. And it's rebounded by Jonathan Powell. He hugs and tugs the basketball for North Carolina. So they go again from left to right. North Carolina's offense, it's Stevenson, Veesar, Bogovac, Dixon, and Powell. And with the rock getting it downhill is Stevenson again. Stevenson looked to posterize his defender. Does he win the battle? He does not, but he tries to grab the offensive rebound, and it's going to be last touched by VCU. The Rams did touch it last. Stevenson did try to save that thing, and then it was Hill Jr. who tried to save it. And we have another timeout taken at the 11:04 marker here in the second half of play. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Man, what a game this has been. I'm excited to do the next game. We get to see the Quakers take on the Illini, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Illinois taking on Pennsylvania. Keep wanting to say that's Penn State. It's not. Ooh, man. Hopefully everybody's feeling all right. Here's me. That feels really good. Wonder if I should close the window. Starting to get me a little bit cold. All right, you ready for tonight's earworm, guys? What is stuck in JJ's head tonight? What song is stuck in JJ's head? The song that is stuck in JJ's head is as follows. I'll give you a hint. The band is named Queen. The band is Queen. Anybody want to take a crack at it? Put high back on in. I'm surprised that he hasn't done that. Yep. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right. Nah, it's not that. Is that spelled the same as Nikolai? No. No. If you're talking to me, I don't think so. The hint is Queen, chat. It's a song by Queen. It's been used in this new commercial from TurboTax, I believe. I believe it's TurboTax. Don't Stop Me Now. It's a good one. That's a good one. It's not that song, though. It's not that song. That was a good try. Good try, but close but no cigar. It's Bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. Bicycle Race. That's the song that's been stuck in my head today. Don't know why. It just got in my head. All right, so North Carolina gets the inbound pass, but they're going to get the ball stolen by Tracy and by the VCU Rams, 61-47. It's Lewis who goes down over towards the baseline as he was able to spin, turn, get past a couple of defenders, and that makes it 61-49. Tell you what, VCU is not going away just yet. They're on a nice little run here, and North Carolina just has not been able to stop them on the defensive side. With the rock and getting it stripped, and a foul was called. Looked like that was Stevenson who got the ball, and then they just called a foul on Jadrian Tracy. I play 2 to 3 hours twice a day at least, Joe. Some days more. But yeah, Bicycle has been the one that's stuck in my head. 10:23 left to go in the second half of play, and we have another foul call. There was a little pick and roll action that was going on between Trimble and Veesar. And a foul again on Tracy was called. Just pulled Paul Skeens before the game started. Let's go. That's great. 3 personal fouls by Tracy. Down the lane, going up for a 2, and he'll go to the line for one more is Powell. What a play by Powell. Golly, that man just went down the lane. He had a Euro step, and he beat both defenders right to the punch. Jonathan Powell just made an excellent, extraordinary layup, and he will go to the line to shoot one more. Jonathan Powell, 2 points, 1 for 4 from the field, and he capitalizes on the and one opportunity. 64-49. North Carolina has to play defense. VCU has the rock again. The ball goes into the hands of Bell, and his three-point shot is up and in. Oh, what a shot there by Bell. Michael Bell with his first three of the game, and it could not have come at a better time for VCU. Veesar trying to tug for the ball as it was nearly intercepted, and it'll be North Carolina possession. Oh, boy. I miss Freddie. I hear you, man. I hear you. You miss Freddie. You miss both Freddie Freeman, but you also miss Freddie Mercury, of course, since we're talking about Queen. I hear you. 9:49 left to go in the second half of this game. It's a 15-point lead for North Carolina. They're going to get the ball over to Trimble, who goes down the lane. Veesar wide open for three. Yes! Henri Veesar's on fire! And it's a 15-point lead for North Carolina. Boy, did he need that. That was his third three that he knocked down today, and it was a straight-on bomb from the top of the key. And I got to tell you that Jennings was late on his assignment there. He just was not able to get a hand in his face. And it's now 9:25 left to go. Boy, they needed that to get themselves a little bit of breathing room. Made the last 6 field goal attempts. That's VCU. Nearly got the ball taken away. Bell gets it back, and he'll lay it up and lay it on in to make it 67-54. Hill Jr. has been pretty active, too. He now has 19 points, and he has been very, very strong. He is now 7 for 12 from the field. 9 minutes left to go in this second half of play. Veesar downhill on the block. And he's going to go to work here against Bell. The ball gets stripped, though, and it's stolen by VCU. There was a swarm full of VCU players down there. They were ready for Veesar, and they were able to get the steal. Downhill again is Bell, who goes up with another 2 inside. That one won't go. And the rebound belongs to Dixon himself. 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists as well for Derek Dixon. And the freshman has been very active over on the glass and even in the passing game. Dixon all the way for a 3. Can he get it off? No. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by VCU. Looks like maybe that Bell got a hand on that, and it just went on out of bounds. 13-point lead for North Carolina. Oh, boy. What's up, Andrew? How are you doing, my friend? Very good to see you on here. 67-54, 8:14 left to go in this second half of play. Inbounding it is going to be Derek Dixon, and he gives it back over to Veesar. Veesar hands it back off over to Trimble, who's at the logo. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. It's Trimble going over towards the foul line. Now he's on the foul line extended, has to pass it, gives it over to Stevenson. Stevenson with a hand in his face for 3. No. Oh, man, I thought maybe he had a chance to knock that thing down. With the rock taking it from the top of the key, down low over on the near side of the block. That is going to be Ward again. Ward downhill. Gives it back over to Hill Jr. And a layup is up, and the shot is good as well. Man. So now it's back to an 11-point game. 7:30 left to go. And North Carolina is going to take a timeout. Nike Lewis was able to get the assist. And so he was able to just score the rock with ease. Or hand it off with ease and get the apple there. 67-56 now is the score. Both teams have put up 28 points in this second half. Starting to get a little bit sleepy. North Carolina and VCU is trying to cut it back to a single-digit game. Eleni, that's correct. JJ, you ready for baseball to start this week? Am I ready for baseball, chat? The answer, my friends, is yes. I am ready for baseball to start next week. I definitely am. However, I also am ready for March Madness. I don't know if I'm ready for the 76ers. I don't really know if I'm ready for the Flyers, even though they still technically have a chance, guys. Flyers still have a chance. But I'm ready for baseball. Gosh. Exactly what I was worried about. Put High in and let him go off, please. My favorite college football team, Benny wants to know. I don't have one, man. You know, this year I think I will pick a college football team. I do. I think that I will pick one. And for some reason, no. You know what I'm going to do? I don't know. How should I do this, chat? How should I? I will pick a college football team to cover, right? But which one do I pick? Just drop me some teams down below, and then I will say that they're going to be my favorite team, and they're going to be the team that I follow. I'm ready, JJ. I'm ready for my Dodgers to make a three-peat. I'm ready for my Phillies to take down your Dodgers from three-peating. Guess what? In the NFL, we took down those New England Patriots. They thought they could three-peat. Did they do it? No, they did not. The Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, we want a repeat. We want a three-peat for Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid. Man, it's all a party. It's all nice and flowers. Oops, here comes the Eagles. What did they do? Oh, man. And the Dodgers. I know that you're a Dodgers guy. But obviously, I hope that we take you guys down with all due respect, my friend. I love you. I love you, my guy. But, man, when we play your Dodgers this year, with all due respect, we're going to crush them. I'm kidding. I don't know about that. But you know what? It's going to be a fair game. You guys put up a very good series against us last year. And hopefully this year we can do the same. I know that you guys definitely got better. And, you know, people want to say whatever they want to. The bottom line is that the Dodgers played fair. Andrew Friedman's a very good GM. He knows exactly what he's doing, even with the small, savvy moves like the Alice Calls of the world. You know what I'm saying? He's a really good GM. So, all right, 70-56 is now the score as Jaron Stevenson knocks down a tray. Let's go. Anybody but Michigan and pick. Go Buckeyes and Mountaineers. All right, I'll pick a team after the timeout, or when we get to a timeout. 6:50 left to go. Stevenson, Veesar, Bognovac, Dixon, and Trimble are in the game for North Carolina. 6:42 left to go. The ball goes on out of bounds, and it'll still be VCU ball. Andrew says, I'm ready. I'm ready too, man. I'm really excited for baseball season. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be great. Ohio State is much better than Michigan. Clemson. All right, Clemson. Should I do it? Should I be a Clemson Tigers fan next year, chat? Appalachian State is not good. Well, maybe I'll root for them because, you know what? Maybe when I start tuning on into them, maybe they'll be good. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, 70-56. It's a 14-point lead for North Carolina. Running down Broadway, going up with a 2 is Dixon, but he's denied by Hill Jr. What an excellent block that was by him. Hill Jr. steps back, puts up a 3. Bingo! And now it's back to an 11-point game. Oh, my goodness, he is going off in the second half. That is Terrence Hill Jr. Told you don't want to poke the bear, and they are just playing with fire right now. It's an 11-point ball game. North Carolina turns it over again. Hill gets the steal. Going downhill, trying to make the layup as Ward. He can't get there, as North Carolina does a good job at getting back on the glass. That was Bogovac again, who just got bodied downhill by Nike Lewis. Lewis looked to try to get the layup there, and the layup ended up being no good thanks to the incredible defense that was provided by Bogovac. When he got back there, and he did his job, that's for sure. Stevenson also got there too. So incredible play from the both of them. We are 15 subs away from 8,530 subscribers. Let's go. Y'all got a good one with Freddie, Andrew. Just keep him, or just send him back to the Atlanta Braves to retire, please. Just please. I'm begging you, man. Oh, 70-59. 5:45 left to go. North Carolina, they turned it over again. And VCU is going to get the ball. It went on out of bounds. Last touch by a Tar Heel. 5:45 left to go in the second half. This game is not done yet. North Carolina trying to put VCU to bed, and they're not going to go down without a fight. Hill Jr., all eyes on him, takes it over to the baseline, and now it's to Lofton inside. He'll give it back over to Jennings. Djokovic goes up with a 2. Is it going to count? Is the question. It looks like that he got fouled there, and they will, I believe, call it a foul on the floor. Gosh. Wow, yeah. Looked like that Trimble hugged him. He did. He hugged him. And then they just fouled him. 70-59. 5:26 left to go in this second half. The foul was on Seth Trimble. And the clock stops with 5:26 left to go. The referees are going to go over to the table. They're going to see if there's any flagrant foul or dead ball contact after the foul was committed by Seth Trimble. Let's see again. I mean, it was just an obvious foul. I didn't necessarily think that it was unnecessary roughness, even though, I mean, he was hugging him. He did. He literally got hugged on the play. It's not excessive, says Gene. But is this a basketball play is the question. A little bit of an undercut. It's a common foul. Okay. So it's just a common foul, 70-59 with 5:26 left to go. I didn't necessarily, again, see any sort of unnecessary roughness or unnecessary contact, if you will, but it was a foul on the floor. 70-59, North Carolina's committed 4 fouls. VCU has committed 7. The whistle blows, and VCU has to inbound it here. They got to get it off, and they do, finally, at the very last second to Djokovic, who gets it knocked away and stolen by the Tar Heels. Excellent job by Veesar and Stevenson to get downhill and swat that basketball away. That's the 8th turnover by VCU. And here we go. Stevenson at the top of the right wing. Looks to dump it off over to Veesar. Djokovic is on him. Veesar, double team. Gives it back. A wide open 3. No! And the rebound is going to go back over to VCU. The 3 was off the mark by Dixon. Couldn't hit it that time. Driving downhill, spinning, turning, going up with a tough 2. Leading it up, and in is Lewis. And he's fouled as well. It's now 70-61 with 4:50 left to go. And VCU, the Rams, are now starting to knock on the door and threaten the Tar Heels as they cut it to a single-digit lead. Oh, my goodness. What a shot by Lewis, who now has 10 points, 5 rebounds in this game. Nike Lewis is looking for his 11th point, and he'll have his 11th point. So now it's an 8-point ball game, and North Carolina is going to have to inbound it. The turnovers have not been good for the Tar Heels over these last couple of possessions, and they just have not taken care of the ball. Dixon with the rock now is going to dribble it down as much as he possibly can. They just want to kill that clock. They're going to hand it off over to Trimble. Trimble to Veesar, who's double-teamed, and he throws it away. It's intercepted by VCU. And Bell gets it. Back over to Lewis. Lewis towards the near side. And he gives it all the way over to Hill Jr. All eyes on him. Hill to Bell down the lane. Dunks it on home. And makes it 70-64. All of a sudden, it's a two-possession game. A foul was called on Veesar. 4:13 left to be played, and VCU in takeover mode, they'll get an and one opportunity. Wow. Bell at the line, the foul shot, and now it's a 5-point game. Tar Heels only up by 5 now. The ball gets swatted by a VCU player, and they were animated, Lewis, that is saying that it was last touched by North Carolina. But North Carolina is going to inbound it again. Let's look at the replay here. Oh, man. Lewis did get a hand on the ball. It got off of Dixon's right hand. And then Lewis, I think, touched it last. VCU will take a timeout with 4:12 left to go in this second half. They might challenge this. This is a big call. Damn. Oh, wow. It's a 37-31 burst by VCU. His Rams are just getting very pesty. Veesar not doing a good job passing out of the double teams. He had a huge turnover. And Terrence Hill Jr. has been capitalizing. 22 points for him. And the three-point shots have been going down. Djokovic also doing a very good job, too. And nobody else is stepping up. Nobody. Man. It's a 5-point game. Timeout was taken. Held them to 0 points at halftime. That's what the Eagles did. Never have a chance after halftime, says Joe. They did. They held him in check, and now he's going off. So the call is going to be overturned. Nike Lewis gets credited with the steal. Seth Trimble had a bad pass, and it's going to be VCU basketball. Wow. They have a chance to make it a one-possession game. Don't the Phillies have Bryce Harper? Yes, they do. Bryce Harper is on the Phillies. That is correct. That's why I got really excited when I made that other call the other day. And I had to cut it as a YouTube short. That was probably the loudest I've ever been on a call. So they're still waiting to come back from the break, but they have decided, at least on ESPN, that Nike Lewis did get the steal, and Seth Trimble had a bad pass, and the ball did go off of Stevenson's right hand. Roger is here. What's going on, Roger? On ball sweating. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We got ourselves a ball game, chat. Oh, man. I'm so excited to see Adolis Garcia do great in your naysayers' faces, Joe. You know, man, I love it when people shut me up. And I never even said that Garcia was going to be a bad player. I just thought that it's a lot of pressure to put on a guy who I understand, like, he had a very good couple of seasons with the Rangers, and then he had a bad year. But we did the same thing with Max Kepler. And I'm hoping that it's not the same thing. Now, Kepler, of course, did do the PETs. But, you know. And you still didn't have a good year, but. All right, here we go. The ball's inbounded. VCU has the rock. All eyes, again, over on Lewis. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Lewis will dump it off. He gives it back over to Bell. The three is up. It's good. It's a 2-point game. 70-68. Oh, my goodness. And so now it's a 12-0 run by VCU. In the guts of the game, 3:40 left to go. Tar Heels have it, and it's Dixon again at the top of the key. Dixon dumps it off. Veesar gets it back. Veesar looks to dump it off again over to Trimble. Trimble over towards the near side. Dixon gets a floater. It's good! And it's now a 4-point game, 72-68. Boy, did they need that. Dixon, 11 points. He's 4 for 9 shooting-wise in this game, and he has been very good in this second half. They definitely needed that bucket, man. Oh, my gosh, 72-68, and here's a 2 that's up, and that's good by Hill Jr. 3 minutes left to go in this second half. Are you kidding me? Hill with now 16 points in this second half. 2:50 left to go in this second half here. 72-70. Here's an alley-oop pass. That's good to Veesar. 74-70. 2:40 left to go in this second half of play. Veesar able to get active there. 25 points for him. He's 9 for 16 from the field. 7 rebounds as well. 18 assists, of course, for North Carolina, too. With the ball is Bell. Hill gets it back. Hill over to Bell. The ball gets knocked loose and stolen by North Carolina again. Dixon comes away with the basketball. And we have a stoppage in play. A timeout is taken. North Carolina has possession of the rock. Boy, oh boy, a game coming down to the wire. 74-70. You're slowly making me not like you, Mr. Announcer. Oh, man. Gotta keep it fair, man. I know that you know. I know you're just busting with me. But boy, do those Tar Heels need that. Henri Veesar with that alley-oop dunk from Derek Dixon. That was an incredible pass. When they needed to lock on in, they did that over the last couple of minutes. Or over the last couple of possessions. But this game is still not done yet. It ain't over, baby. Man. JJ is so far behind, but I still love it, says Joe. Yeah, I can't help it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I thought he was talking to me. No, he wasn't talking to you. Who's talking to you? Was I talking to you? I always like to talk to you. I love games like this, though. I knew it would be close, his long ball. Gosh, what a ball game it's been. This has been incredible. 42 points for VCU in this second half. UNC took their foot off the gas pedal, but then they started to bring it back a little bit. And as the lead started to get uncomfortable, it got as close to a 2-point game. North Carolina 74-70 is the score. BW, what's going on? All right, we got to focus. Here we go, 74-70. Tar Heels have the rock. 2:10 left to go. The winner moves on to the next round, and they will play the winner of Penn versus Illinois. Okay, here is a shot that's passed over to Veesar. Veesar's 2 is no good, but he's fouled. He got fouled. I thought maybe that Dixon was going to go up with a shot. It was an alley-oop pass, and then Veesar just got hacked from behind on that right hand by Bell. Are you kidding me? Wow. Welcome on in, chat. 1:59 to go. Veesar at the line. The basketball gods say no. The ball went in and out. It swiveled around the world, and it danced on out at the last second. Also went halfway in. Somebody says it all the time. It defies physics, or defied physics. I always like it when that person said that. Foul shot number 2 by Veesar. That one will go on in. And so it's 75-70. 1:55 left to go. It's Bell again, looking to hand it off over to Hill. Hill step back, 2-point shot, no good. Veesar gets the rebound. He'll hug it, he'll corral it, he'll push the tempo and give it back over to Trimble. Trimble again, back over to Dixon. Dixon needs some help. Is anyone going to step up here? I don't know. Now he's over at the logo. He's dribbling with the rock, and Veesar will come to a pick for him. Veesar providing the pick for Dixon. Dixon for 3, no good. And the ball is going to be rebounded over by Hill again. Hill downhill over to Jennings. Djokovic now has it. And 1:15 left to go. And a timeout taken by VCU. Oh, man. This is March Madness, baby. This is what I call March Madness. Wow. 75-70. Who is moving on to the next round, chat? Oh, man. I'm going to start watching your streaming for March Madness. Thank you so much. You are the man. You are the man, Benny. And again, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. 75-70 is the score. 1:15 left to go. There's 75 seconds left in this ball game. Gosh, okay, North Carolina's going to have to inbound, or is going to have to guard the inbound here. VCU looking to get it off. They're going to pass it all the way over towards Bell. Lewis gets it back. Lewis towards the near side. Dumps it back off over to Djokovic. Djokovic on the foul line extended. Looks to give it back at the three-point line to Hill. Hill takes it to the foul line. His foul line jumper is good. 75-72. 55 seconds left to go. North Carolina, all eyes on them. It's Dixon who has the ball. Takes it past half court as they go from left to right. Dixon, 45 seconds left on the game clock. He's being heavily guarded by Lewis. He is not going to get going just yet as he looks to try to back into him. And now Veesar comes away with the screen. Dixon dishes it outside. Wide open three. It's no good again. Oh my gosh, the three was taken by Trimble, or Stevenson it was, and he couldn't get it off, and we have another foul called. That's going to be on North Carolina. 31 seconds left to go. It's a foul on Seth Trimble. The guy who got the rebound was Nike Lewis. Jaron Stevenson left wide open, missed a 24-foot shot from that right wing. He had all day and night to shoot that basketball, and he could not capitalize. Luka Bogovac is going to sub on in, and VCU is going to walk the floor and try to shoot some free throws here. Nike Lewis is at the line. He's a 74% foul shooter. He is 3 for 3 tonight with 11 points. Can he make the free throws here is the question. 75-72. Foul shot number 1. It's a 1-on-1 situation. The shot is up, and it's good. And that'll make it 75-73. That thing hit the front side of the rim. Then it hit the back of the rim, and it went on down. Meanwhile, on the box out, Lewis looked like that he got pushed and shoved to the ground. 75-73. 31 seconds left to go in this second half. Tar Heels up by only 2. They were up by a lot. Free throw number 2, no good. North Carolina gets the rebound. And we have a foul called with 29 seconds to go. And we're going to walk the floor again. Seth Trimble got the defensive rebound, was able to hug it along. And we have a foul call with 29.3 seconds left to go. The guy that was fouled was Trimble. Seth Trimble, a 67% foul shooter. He has all the eyeballs on him right now. Foul shot number 1 is no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by VCU, and Djokovic is complaining. And they're saying review this. 28.6 seconds left. This is tough. It looked like Veesar and Djokovic were going at it, and I don't know who touched it last. That is really tough. I actually think that it touched his left hand, Djokovic. I think it just got his left hand. 28.6 seconds left to go in this second half, and North Carolina will still have possession of the basketball, if you can believe that. The inbound from Dixon, he has to get it off, and he will give it off, but we're going to have, oh, he didn't get it off in time. We're going to have an 8-second violation. Oh my gosh. 28.6 seconds left to go. That's an inbound violation. I thought maybe he just got it off. He did not. So it's a 2-point game. VCU has it. They could tie it with a 2 or possibly take the lead with a 3 here. Oh my gosh. It's Hill Jr. who gives it all the way over to Bell. Bell hands it back off. Hill Jr., 13 seconds left. The shot clock's on blood. He takes it down the lane and ties the game. 75-75. North Carolina has it. It's Bogovac over on the far side of the right wing. And we have a timeout taken by North Carolina. Oh my gosh. They got a 5-second violation called for not inbounding the ball. And then they just left, what's his name, wide open, Bell. Bell got around a defender, and that was Dixon. And Dixon could not keep a body on him. And we're all of a sudden tied at 75 apiece with 8.1 seconds to go. Wow. Holy smokes, what a game this is. Wow. 8.1 seconds left. Oh, man. North Carolina's going to try to go for the win here. VCU still technically has one timeout left. Just have to make sure I mention that. 8 seconds left to go. Hill Jr. now has 31 points in this game. North Carolina burned its last timeout. VCU still has one more. Are we going to go into OT? Or can North Carolina try to seal the deal here with a win? Okay, here we go. Looking to inbound it is going to be Stevenson. He gives it all the way to Veesar at the top of the key. 5 seconds left to go. Veesar has it, looks to hand it off, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be VCU ball. Veesar just threw it away. Oh, my gosh. 2.4 seconds left to go, and a timeout by VCU. Veesar looked to hand it off, and then a hand came on in there from the Rams, and it was last touched by Veesar. It went off of his left hand, and it actually also hit his right knee as well. He could not hang on to it, and VCU is going to try to go for the win here. Oh my gosh. What a game. 2.9 seconds left to go. What an unbelievable turn of events this has been. Another turnover by North Carolina. Now in this game, they have turned the ball over 8 times. 5 times they've turned the ball over within the last 3 minutes of this game. 2.9 seconds left. They're still not out of the timeout huddle, VCU, just yet. Oh my gosh. Do they get to advance the ball? I don't think that they do. No. 2.9 seconds are left to go. VCU against North Carolina. They will have to inbound it from 3/4 court, and on the inbound pass, it'll be Tracy who's going to inbound it here. Okay, no timeouts left. Tracy will have to inbound it, and he's going to have to try to pass it. He gives it up, and it's intercepted. 1.5 seconds left to go. The 3, it's no good. And that was taking the 3 there. Over at the top of the perimeter was Dixon. He nearly walked it off. He just absolutely intercepted that basketball. He came right over to it, and he tried to win the game with a 3. Seth Trimble that was, and he just overshot the ball. Man, had to react very quickly. We're going to go on into overtime. What a pick by Trimble. I thought maybe, just maybe, he would take it over to that right side of the wing and try to win it with a 3, and he overshot it. Wow. Damn. We're going into overtime. Doug is here. Lou's here. Damn. That was a clutch steal. Trimble just basically was like a safety out there. He got the ball. It was a terrible inbound pass. I mean, but give North Carolina credit for doing an excellent job at playing that zone on that side of the ball. What a great game, says Jeffrey. Guys, if you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. It's now 9:03 p.m. Eastern Time. After this game is done, we will be doing the next game, and that is going to be Penn versus Illinois. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. We are 15 subscribers away from getting to 8,530 subscribers. Gosh. We're going into overtime. Djokovic with 15 points. Hill Jr. with 31 for VCU. They have been playing extraordinary in this second half. Veesar is 26. He had a couple of critical turnovers towards the end of that second half. And including one of them, he tried to pass out of a double team. The other one, he tried to hand it off to somebody, and the ball ended up getting deflected right off of his hand. Veesar and Djokovic for the tip-off here. Veesar looks to try to win it, and he did not do so. It went into a VCU player's hand. 4:53 left in overtime. It's 75-75. The 5 players out there for VCU. It's Djokovic, Lewis, Jennings, Bell, and Hill. Bell does have 4 personal fouls. He has the rock. He's going to look to hand it off over towards the right side. And there's a 3-point shot. No good. And that was by Lewis. And we have a loose ball foul, I believe, that'll be called against VCU. Powell did get the rebound with 4:32 left to go. Yeah, he got tangled up there. He did. He got tangled up by Lewis. Man. You kidding me? What a heck of a ball game. And already we have a timeout taken. 4 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in overtime. This is March Madness, baby. Oh, yeah, yeah. Next game was supposed to start at 9:20. That's not happening right now. That's going to have to be delayed. That game will have to be delayed. No spoilers, chat. I don't even know if that was a spoiler, but if so it is what it is. Wow. VCU called a timeout. The question is, did Powell touch it last? So they did challenge this. I don't know, man. I'm looking to try to listen to this. It went off of his fingertips. VCU is challenging this call. Call on the court is that it's UNC ball. And a couple of really bad turnovers and a couple of bad calls for the Tar Heels that went VCU's way. They're showing every angle. This is a big call here. Referees are now talking things over. They're away from the headsets over on the scores table. Call on the floor is that they said that VCU last touched the ball. They're challenging this, though. The headsets are off from the referees. They're communicating with another official at the table. It's a little bit odd. .432 left to go in overtime. Only 28 seconds into OT. All right, let's see what the call is. The ruling on the floor does stand. Okay. So VCU gets charged with a timeout, and it'll be North Carolina basketball. Wow. Honestly, it looked like it was a pretty close play. All right, so North Carolina has it. They will inbound it over to Dixon, who gets it for North Carolina. Derek Dixon with the rock takes it on over towards the logo. Dixon at the top of the key now. Steps back, launches a three, and that's off the mark. And he couldn't get it off in a good angle that time. And it'll be VCU who has the rock. The three has just not been falling for the Tar Heels. They've been struggling from that area. VCU looks to take the lead with a two. Can they do it? No. Offensive rebound and a foul called on North Carolina. It's on Trimble. 4 minutes left. Not one team has scored to start off this overtime. That was Bell who just jumped up and got the rebound over Trimble. And then Trimble just elbowed him right in the face, trying to box him out. And Trimble is now going to step on over towards the sideline. He has 4 personal fouls, chat. Him and Stevenson each have 4. The foul shot, no good. And Veesar, they didn't say a foul was called there. Looked like he got hit in the face. They didn't call it, though. Veesar dumps it back off over to Powell, and Powell hands it off to Dixon. Dixon to Veesar at the top of the key. Veesar hands it off yet again. A lot of dribble handoffs from North Carolina over these last couple of minutes. The layup is no good, and the ball is rebounded by VCU. Trimble missed the layup again. It was contested pretty heavily, though. 3:25 left to go in OT, and neither team has scored so far. Veesar trying to play defense. Here's a shot that goes up. It's denied! What a block by Stevenson! Stevenson providing the wall there. 3:13 left to go in overtime. What a game that's been. That's just the first block by UNC today. VCU has had 5. With the rock is Dixon. He's over at the logo. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Dixon working to try to go down the lane. Kicks it out. Another windup in 3. And that's off the mark, too. Gosh, they're taking so many threes, and nothing has been able to go. That was Powell that was open, and he just misfired. It was a line drive shot. 75-75. Here's another three-pointer by VCU. That's no good. We're halfway done the second. We're halfway done this overtime, and yet neither team has put up a point so far in this OT. 2:30 left to go. North Carolina has the rock. Trimble steps back, thought about taking the shot, hands it off over to Veesar, and Veesar gives it over to Dixon. Dixon to Veesar at the foul line. Tries to initiate some contact there, couldn't do so, and the rebound is going to go back over to VCU's way. It was a floater, he couldn't hit it. Downhill, trying to go with a layup for 2. It's up and it's good. Lewis is going to make it 77-75. We do have a foul called on the other side. That'll be on VCU. And it looked like that Nike Lewis, as he got the layup, ended up getting back on defense. And the foul was called on Brandon Jennings. Wow. Dude, I'm using a lot of these vocal cords here. VCU has the lead. Seth Trimble will try to tie it back. 2:02 left to go in overtime. Can he make the free throws here? The first one, he got it to go. Gosh. We don't need threes. Feed it down low and let Henry work and do that thing. Honestly, man, like they've been taking so many threes in this game. So many threes. And here's the second foul shot. We're tied again. 2:02 left to go in overtime. We're tied at 77. VCU has the rock. It's going to be with the Rockets. Jennings over at the top of the key. Hands it back off over to Bell. And Bell gives it back over to Hill Jr., who takes it over towards the right side of the lane. Hill Jr. spins, turns, puts up a fadeaway two. Excellent defense by North Carolina. What a nice play by Trimble. He got a hand in his face. And North Carolina gets a rebound. 1:30 left to go in overtime. North Carolina looking to try to take the lead. 1:25 left to go. It's Trimble who takes it over towards the nail. Drives it downhill. The layup is just a little bit short. And tracking down the rebound for VCU. And getting it is Hill Jr. again. 1:13 left to go in overtime. Hill Jr. wants to slow it down. Not a single field goal by North Carolina in this OT so far. And getting it back over towards the near side, that's Bell. Bell hands it off over to Hill Jr. Here's a three. That's up, and that's a little bit short. And getting the rebound and chasing it is Trimble. Lewis tried to take the three. 52 seconds left to go in overtime. And Dixon is going to take a timeout. He says time, and he's going to get his wish right now. I got to take a sip of water here. Oh, man. We're tied at 77. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Passing the seatbelts, dude. 49.7 seconds left to go. Our next stream was supposed to start by now. That's not happening. That's not happening, of course. 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. That is the time of this game. Or that is the time right now over on the East Coast. Momentarily after this game is done, Penn versus Illinois, they're now scheduling that for 9:45 right now as the opening tip-off. That game was supposed to start at 9:20, but because this game is running late, that will not happen until 9:45 at the very, very least. Oh, man. I'll let them know this is a long ball. Oh, man. Dude, I can't imagine, what's going through your head right now. They're taking way too many threes. VCU, honestly, even just looking at their offense, they have just been so cold. North Carolina's defense has been great, but their offense is just not doing anything. Not doing anything at all. I'm exhaling excessively too, JJ. Feels like I'm running a marathon and just sipping beer at Applebee's. We love Applebee's, baby! I don't know why I just said that, but I like Applebee's. I do. 8,518 subscribers. We need 12 more to get to 8530. Okay, North Carolina's going to inbound it, and then they give it back over towards the near side. Veesar has it now. Veesar looks to get it over at the top of the key. The ball gets stripped, but Veesar keeps control of the ball. He's going to hand it off to Trimble. 35 seconds to go. Trimble in the lane. Goes up for two. No, but a foul is called. It'll be on VCU. Lazar Djokovic just swatted Trimble's right hand as he was going downhill for that layup. He was really in a lot of traffic there, and he was off balance, and he just fell right on flat on his back. And we will have, I believe, some free throws coming on up. Yes, we will. Seth Trimble is at the line. He closes his eyes for a second. He takes two dribbles. He bends, and the first free throw, no good. Seth Trimble, a 67% foul shooter, misses the first free throw again. We saw the Demons enter on in during that second half towards the end. Can he give North Carolina the lead, though, is the question. Trimble with 13 points, 8 assists, or 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. This is for the lead. Bingo! 78-77, 33 seconds left to go. Okay, Djokovic will hand it off over to Bill. And again, it's Hill Jr. who gets it on the left side of the wing. Excellent defense by North Carolina. 20 seconds left to go. And it's Jennings at the top of the key. Steps back, takes a three-pointer, and that's good! 80-78. They lead it by 2. North Carolina down by 2. 13 seconds left to go. All eyes on Dixon again. Dixon down the lane, kicks it out, and gives it over to Trimble. Trimble over to Veesar. The shot's up, and he's fouled with 3.8 seconds left to go. That thing went halfway in, and then went out at the last second. Oh, gosh. Veesar almost made a ridiculous shot, but how about that clutch shot again by Hill Jr.? That guy is just unbelievable. 80-78. It's a 2-point lead for VCU, and Veesar with the free throws of his life. 4.2 seconds left to go. He's a 62% foul shooter. Free throw number 1, no good. He missed the first foul shot. And now decisions have to be made. 4.2 seconds left. They are going to bring in Nike Lewis is going to sub on out, and Zayden High is going to come on in for North Carolina with their season on the line. 4.2 seconds left to go. Veesar, you got to be careful here. He's going to miss the foul shot. It didn't even hit the rim. It just hit the backboard, and it's going to be VCU ball. 80-78 with 4.2 seconds left. And that look on his face just says it all for North Carolina. The shot that he took, it did not even hit the rim at all whatsoever. He got it in the box, and he just didn't try to intentionally miss it. No timeouts left for either team. 4.2 seconds left to go. VCU is up by 2. And it'll be Jennings who's going to try to inbound it here. Veesar has to defend the inbound. Jennings wants to give it up, and a foul called immediately. That took about 0.6 of a second off the game clock. 3.7 seconds to go. The foul was on Jonathan Powell. Jadrian Tracy is going to sub out, and Michael Bell is going to sub on in for VCU. Wow. VCU going to the line. Nike Lewis, 4 for 5 from the charity stripe today. What's he going to do here? 80-78. Lewis, first free throw, good. 81-78. And one more for a 2-possession lead. Lewis at the line for one more. It's up, and it's good. 82-78 VCU. North Carolina has to do a Hail Mary here, and they will. The ball goes to Veesar. His free throw line jumper, no. And VCU is moving on. 82-78 against the Tar Heels. What an upset. VCU comes back and beats the Tar Heels 82-78. Oh my gosh. What a game. What a shocking turn of events in that second half. They got outscored 47-36 in the second half, and VCU outscores North Carolina 7-3 in overtime. Wow. Unreal. Unbelievable. What a win by the VCU Rams. They are moving on, and they will play the winner of Penn versus Illinois. If you can believe that. The player of the game, Terrence Hill Jr., the guy who averaged 14.5 points per game, goes off for 34 tonight and was just absolutely on fire in that second half and just hit clutch shot after clutch shot. A 19-point comeback win for Phil Martelli Jr. and VCU. That's the 6th largest comeback win in NCAA basketball recent history. That is unbelievable. Wow. What a game. 82-78. I can't believe it. I really can't. Veesar, when they really needed him the most, just could not make the right decisions, and he just did not make good shots at all. And then the Tar Heels, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, like, you just think about it, right? From a coaching perspective of Hubert Davis, the amount of threes that they were taking was just unbelievable. They weren't hitting their shots. How come they didn't go down low in the post? That's beyond me. Trying to take some shots down low. I mean, my gosh. What a game, though. What a game. I'm stunned. Absolutely stunned. Terrence Hill Jr. with a career-high 34 points. Golly. And with that, that's going to do it for us. We will be back at 9:50 p.m. Eastern Time for the very next game. I believe, actually, it's at 9:50. No, Penn versus Illinois gets started at 9:45, and we'll be covering that game. I love you all very much. I will catch you all on the next one. Wow. I'm stunned. He played all the second half, all those threes, and nope, absolutely. I know. I love you guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Lila Tov, good night.